welcome to episode 5 of the Barely Onside podcast with your host, Jonny G and Pelly. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm doing good. All things considered, I am doing good. It's been a wild ride the last week or so, but getting through it, and we'll talk all about it after our mistake segment, where we correct the mistakes that we made last episode, which is good. We only made one mistake. I listened to it a couple times, so I mean, the one I noticed was I called Gerard Gallant. I called him George. Hi, George.
George
Gallant.
George.
My buddy George Gallant. You know what? I didn't even think about that. I know why I made that mistake now. That was my teacher in college, George Gallant. That's why. See? Okay. I'm not crazy. I'm not that crazy. But it is Gerard Gallant. Moving on. All right. Let's do it. 5-3 loss to the New Jersey Devils tonight. Brandon Gallagher with 1 goal. Alex Newhook scored twice. Sam Montembeault led in 4 goals on 26 shots. However, I don't think it was his fault tonight. It's one of those games where you don't even think about the goaltending, even though they're getting scored on, because of how good New Jersey was. Like Jack Hughes was amazing tonight, and it's just like he make play after play, and you're like, nothing you can do as a goaltender. It is what it is, man. Like, I'll be fine. So no complaining there.
He's a good. Yeah, he's a stud, man. He's so shuffles his feet. He's so good, man. Quick
so
and pretty.
Good. So good. Made our defense look stupid, but it wasn't all their fault. They were sometimes you just face these elite players and there's nothing you can do about it. So. Whatever. So yeah.
Probably not Lane Hudson though, eh?
No. Lane made maybe one mistake today. He pinched, led to a goal. He pinched, and you want them to pinch, right? That's not a bad thing, and you want someone to cover them. But I think I don't think he needed to pinch, and I don't think there was enough time for anyone else to get back. So, as much as I don't want to blame him for anything, there was 1 goal tonight. But we'll get to that later. The Habs now have lost 5 in a row, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And they're now 4-8-2 in their first 14 games of the season. Good for 8th in the Atlantic. In the mix, my ass. But whatever. Overall, they did play a pretty decent game. Like I said, Newhook, it was a big game for him because he was struggling out the gate. He had a couple goals going into it. Now he's got 4, which is good. I don't think he played amazing, but I mean, you score a couple goals, capitalize on your chances. I mean, you're going to look good. So I'll give him some love for that. He played on a line with Slafkovský and Jake Evans. That's the 2nd game in a row. So as a line, they were okay. I didn't think they did anything too special. Slav didn't have a great game. I think he played better last game. I forget who they played. Who did they play last game?
I don't know.
No, I can't remember.
I don't know.
I mean, I watched it for sure. But anyways, whatever. It'll come to me. Just so yeah, and I mean, as for Jake Evans, I don't expect any kind of offense from him. So I mean, I was talking to my dad tonight, and he was like, I don't know why Montreal's, they're not winning games. They have such good players. Like, they have good players, and they should be winning. And I was like, well, Dad, you know what though? If you think about it, Jake Evans is your 2nd line center. You're going to tell me that we have good players and a good team if Jake Evans is the 2nd line center? I love Jake Evans. I love Jake Evans as a 4th line center. maybe a third-line center because he has been playing third-line center, and he's good. He's not a second-line center, so it really just goes to show the lack of depth that we do have right now in the organization. Maybe not in the organization, but in the Montreal Canadiens, with the Montreal Canadiens, because, I mean, he should not be on the second line, plain and simple. But
who do you think should be?
Oh, I think they just need to slot Doc back down to the second line, right? Because, like, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Slaf. Slaf looks so different this year. You know, last year he struggled real hard at the beginning of the season, but because he looked lost, right? Slaf was lost last season for half of it, and then the second half he obviously took off. So this year he's not playing well whatsoever, but he doesn't look lost. It's a different kind of bad. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't look like he doesn't know what to do. He just looks like he doesn't have enough effort, enough. I don't know, man. He just needs to get it going somehow, and he needs just to. I don't know, man. I think Slaf needs to get in a fight, get the mojo going, because it looks like he has no juice right now. He looks like he has no juice. Looks like he's just flat-footed. He looks like, I don't know, man. I'm not digging his game right now, and I don't know if it's a lack of confidence. I don't know if he doesn't like being on the second line. I don't know. But that leads me to my next point, is that Slaf needs to be on the top line with, this answers your question as well, with Caufield and Suzuki, and just let them cook, man. Yes, they've had a rough start, a rough couple of starts to, you know, in the beginning of the season, a couple rough starts, but I mean, they carried this team the last half of the season last year. Like, carried them into, like, every game they played well. Every game they created chances. Every game we had a chance to win because of that line. They put up points almost every game. So, I mean, right now, he's on the second line playing with Newhook and Evans, and I like Newhook, but, I mean, Slaf belongs on the first line. And then what you can do is then you can drop Doc down, and then you got your two centers. You got Suzuki, and you got Doc. And I know Doc's struggling a little bit, you know, and still trying to find his game. But at the end of the day, like, you want to be in games. And even if you have one line that's going hard and creating chances and keeping you in games, like, that, if that's the recipe right now, just do it. Just let it cook. Maybe we'll start being in games again, because, like, the way they're playing right now, it's just they're playing better defensively, but, like, they're still not creating enough. And, like, that top line of Nick Suzuki and Caufield and Doc, it's just like Suzuki, another poor game for him, like, just invisible. Caufield played pretty good. He was pretty intense tonight. Couple hits, you know, got a little physical, scrums, couple scrums with a few guys, but, like, the Doc and Suzuki, absolutely invincible tonight.
Do you think Doc should be on the second line to replace Evans?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I mean, yeah, because, I mean, he's been 0 for the year, so I mean, we all know he's been off to a slow start. But for Montreal to have this rebuild be successful, and for them to actually, you know, figure this out, Doc has to be on the second line. If he's not on the second line, then this team has a huge problem. This rebuild is going to go on for 10 years if they do not have, if Doc's not your second center.
What's his faceoff percentage? Is he way better than Evans?
Oh no, Evans is one of our. Evans is awesome on the faceoff. He's one of our better ones. Him and Dvorak are probably our top two. Yeah, no, he's always been good at faceoffs. Doc's been notoriously bad at faceoffs, which kind of keeps him off. It keeps him on the wing and not, you know, not as a center, because, yeah, I mean, career-wise, I'd be surprised if it's even 40%. I mean, he's usually hovering around.
The boys just need to. Yeah. Well, hopefully the boys can get a win. Who do you guys play next?
The Leafs. We play the Leafs.
Ooh.
The Leafs. So, so this 5-game row losing streak may turn into 6. I'd put money on it. I mean, I'd put money on it. But yeah,
That'll
I mean,
be a
I
good
can
game
keep
to
going
watch.
though on this game though. You want to guess who was our best player tonight? Who do you think was our best player tonight, Pelly?
New hook. 2 Genos for the boys.
Nope.
No?
No.
Who's your
Basically
boy?
Hudson. Basically the same player every game. It's Lane Hudson again. The
Lane
best.
Hudson. Lane
Yeah,
Hudson.
he definitely led the
best.
team in ice time. I didn't look at the final ice time amount of ice time, but man, he had like what? I think it was like 16 after 2 periods. So I bet he's up to like 23, 24. And this again, not being on the PP1. Not being on the PP1. So yeah, I still have a lot of issue with Mike Matheson being on that PP1 and
Power play?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, watching him hold the blue line on the power play, or in this tonight it was the empty net for the extra attacker. Like watching him hold the blue line, it's painful. It's painful at this point. He gives the puck away so much. Makes so many mistakes. And like every time he shoots the puck from the blue line, it either hits the pad, hits somebody in front, misses the net, creates a turnover. Nothing good ever happens when Matheson shoots the puck from the point. And I mean, every successful power play in the league that's ever been, you've always had a good someone who could put the puck on the net from the blue line. You know what I mean? Even if you look back at like Montreal, Sheldon Surrey, massive shot from the point. Who else? I think it's
Shea Weber.
Bergeron. Shea Weber from the point. Bergeron. Marc-Andre Bergeron. Terrible defensively, but had a bullet from the point. I mean, it's so important, but this guy can't even get the puck through to the net, misses the net, and it's just painful. And then tonight, man, like Montreal's got the goalie pulled. It's 4-3, and at least you have Hudson out, because with the six skaters, you have the ability to put Matheson and Hudson on the ice, and they did. But like, who do you think gave up the puck, which led to the 5th goal scored by New Jersey, putting the game out of reach?
Hughes.
No, Montreal. Matheson bobbled the puck.
No way.
Gave up the puck to give up the goal.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, I feel like this is a lot of
players
Montreal, but
it's Montreal.
Bear with me, okay? I got a couple more points, then we
get
get
it.
to Philly, because Philly, unlike Montreal, it's a good game tonight, a really good game. And I'm kind of tired of talking. Tonight we're doing a podcast after the games, which we usually do in the afternoon and during a weekday. So I mean, this is a little different.
Switching
for
it
us. We are. It's a little different. It's we thought we'd have a little more energy in terms of
putting all the kids down.
Yeah, putting the kids down, watching the game, being passionate. So here we are. Okay, so
Here we
Kapanen, Oliver Kapanen has gone back to Sweden. Great move. I like the player a lot. He didn't do much offensively. He didn't produce any points. I think he maybe had 1 point, 2 points. But I mean, the kid, he played 8-9 minutes a game on the 4th line. He moved up a couple times, but overall, good hockey player. Needs more experience. Montreal doesn't need more players like that right now. But I mean, great guy. Really happy with the way he played, and really looking forward to him in the years to come. But it meant that we brought up Lucas Kandata, which, I've been talking about this, man. How this 4th line needed more jam.
Kandata?
Lucas Kandata.
Who's Kandata?
I don't know much about him other than he's like 27, 28-year-old centerman, captain in Laval. He's scored 1 NHL goal last year against Boston as a Montreal Canadien. But he's got jam.
Nice.
And I've been telling you for a long time that 4th line needs jam. So, I mean, it was nice to see him replace Kapanen because he has more jam. And that 4th line tonight was awesome. They played well. And they did the little things. Kandata, he does the little things. Little things to make plays and to I liked him. I thought he played really, really well. But they need more jam. This is not, we need like strawberry jam. We need blueberry jam, little apple jam, all the jam, peach jam. We need all the jam. And for the life of me, I do not understand. Yeah, every kind of jam you can think of, man. Homemade jam, too. Homemade. Of course it's homemade. But like Pizzetta, what the heck are they doing with Pizzetta? Pizzetta's not even playing anymore. It's like he's not even on the team. You know what? The last win that we had was against Philadelphia. The last team that we beat was Philadelphia. That was the last time Mike Pizzetta played. And I know Mike Pizzetta is not God here. He's not your not going to be on the first wave of the power play. He's not going to be on your top line, second line, third line, whatever. But like the fourth line has no identity. They're just soft. And now you have Lucas Condotta, who has jam, who can play hard, play a good hard game. Heineman plays a hard game. He likes to hit, likes to get physical. Armia, sick of Armia. Great penalty killer, but other than that, useless, man. Can't stand him. I'm so finished with this guy. So finished. You play Pizzetta, and then all of a sudden you have a fourth line with an identity in your face. Let's go. Let's play. Is Pizzetta the reason we're not winning? Probably not, but it's not going to hurt. And like, what are you doing? Like, you might as well give him a bed. He can freaking sleep in the rafters. Don't need him. Leave him in the press box. Don't need him. Just play the guy, man. Play the guy.
Let him go.
Let him go.
That's how I feel with Deloria, man. I hear you.
He played.
You gotta let him cook.
Though. Yeah, I know.
Did Arbor play tonight? Arbor play?
He did. Yeah, that's another thing. I could get onto this too.
Let's hear it.
Arbor's been awesome, man. The last few games, Arbor has been awesome. But Marty, you do not use him at all. You give Lane Hudson like 25 minutes. You give Matheson 28 minutes. You give all these guys all these minutes, and then scraps. You're giving scraps to Arbor Jackeye. And Jackeye's been good. He's been playing well. So why are we not giving this guy any minutes?
Wow.
Like, why? Like,
Hudson played
point,
27. Hudson played 27 minutes, and Jackeye played 12. What a kick in the balls for Jackeye. Like, I'm just saying, like, Hudson played an extra 5 minutes than everybody else. I mean, as he should. The guy's a stud, but like, you got to let Jackeye cook, man. I mean, come on. And he had what? He had 2 hits, but still 1 block, no shots. But hey, you gotta let him play, man. That's your boy. Well, hey, I mean, Condotta, he had 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes.
Yeah,
that's not terrible. Yeah, but yeah, what do you do? St. Louis.
You know what though? Like, okay, so
Yeah.
I was listening to this other podcast, like maybe it was After the Whistle with Thomas Vanek was on it, and he was saying like, so he got traded for he went from Buffalo. I don't know if I told you the story, but he got traded from Buffalo to New York Islanders. I think it was a trade, or he signed there and signed there as a free agent. One of the two. Anyways, I mean, only way you get onto a team. But anyways, so he was playing with John Tavares, and he was playing so much, so much, and like John, and he's like, he looks to John Tavares, he's like, dude, man, like we're playing so much hockey, like in a game, so many minutes, and JT's like, yeah, isn't it awesome here? He's like, no. He's like, are you guys noticing, like, at the end of the game how tired we all are? We're giving up goals. Like, we're losing late in games. Like, it's because we're tired. And I think that's exactly what's happening in Montreal. Because last year, we led the league in, like, 1-goal games. And we lost the majority of them, right? 1-goal games.
Yep.
And Matheson was playing 26 to 28 minutes a night every night. It was like, I wonder if this had anything to do with it. Maybe your guys are tired. So instead of playing Jackeye 12 minutes and Hudson 28 minutes, why don't you go down to like 23, 24, and then 14, 15? balance this
For sure.
out. Balance this out so no one's like overtired, because you know Hudson's tired. You know Matheson's tired, and yet you got your bottom two defensemen barely playing. Like, he's not managing the minutes properly, and he hasn't done that in the last 2 years. And I think it's one of his big problems. And until he figures that out, they're going to keep losing, and they're going to keep losing even if they play well. There's these defensive-minded games that they've been in for the last 3 games. Guess what? They've still lost them all. So, yeah, wow. I'm glad they're defensive. A round of applause. But they're still losing, so what's the point? All right.
Yeah.
We have some answers in Tuck, Jack-Eye, in Laval, but I think they're letting them cook. It's my last point. I'm sick and tired of talking Habs. They suck right now. Suzuki, get your shit together, man. We need you every night. We need you every night. I don't care that you have a point per game right now. I don't care. We need you every night doing everything. Scoring. You have 4 goals. Score more. Get more points. Win more faceoffs. Just battle, man. We need you. We need you. Big time. Pelly, the Philadelphia Flyers. 2-1 against the Tampa Bay Lightning in a shootout. I think I'm done talking, man. Take it away.
It
What
feels
happened
good,
tonight,
man. It feels good. Well, we got a W. You know, the boys came out playing. Tippett, 2 goals, 2 games. Just saying. Let's keep him cooking. Yeah, fucking. It's good to see Fedotov. Hey, get his first W as well. I don't know. I think it was an interesting game. You know, we got Anthony Richard coming up from the Phantoms. He played pretty good. Kid's quick. Really, really quick, man. I was pretty happy to see he can score, man. He can score in Lehigh. I think it'd be nice to... That's the thing. If we can have Tortorella just leave some consistency with the games, let guys play within at least 3 to 4 games together instead of shuffling the lines up. Because there's no consistency. If you can't expect a guy to play for one night and have chemistry. Like, let him have at least 3 games. Let's see how it goes. But I think if Palin's going to be gone for more than like 4 or 5 games, man, let Richard, he had a breakaway. Do you see that? Almost scored. It was like 2 minutes left. Oh, Coots, nice little saucy to him. Oh, man, that would have been fucking nice. But yeah, dude, Tippett. He played so good, man. And that sexy backhand. Oh, dude, he did that last year. Backhand spin around. Dude. And yeah, I can't say boys played a good game. Finally. Because the last 5 games have been dog shit. No fucking shots on goal. No offense. What are you doing? Okay. What is Cates doing? Cates is hits. Fucking hits. Zamula. He's a fucking string bean. I shouldn't be saying that, but sorry. You got to start hitting. Like, no one's hitting. Like, oh my gosh. I feel like we could just literally drop a few guys, let some guys come up from Lee Valley and let them eat. Like, if we're not going to score, wear him down and hit. Because, man, it's driving me crazy. And Kolosov, we almost had a W for him the other day. And we couldn't even get him a dub. It's unfortunate. But, you know, and he played a decent game. And I think if we can keep Fedotov hot, he looks so comfortable tonight, man. He looks so calm. He had that tough wraparound goal, which... I think his momentum shuffled them and he couldn't get back. But he played and he looked the best yet. So, I mean, 31 shots tonight for Philly. I think that's the most we've had in like probably 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'm super stoked. And we got the rookie of the month, you know.
Yeah, before we go to that, I just talked about Fedotov just a little bit. But,
Fedotov.
Yeah, you're right, though. It was definitely his best game by far.
Oh, yeah.
By far. Late in the game, he really kept them in it big time. And perfect in the shootout. Was great in overtime. So I mean, you're right. Like that's it's huge for him, especially obviously with the goaltending, right? Like you have Harrison hurt. You have Kolosov, yeah.
Alexei Kolosov.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously you must have loved seeing a performance like that. And then, yeah, I saw a stat about the shots, and it was like they've averaged 19 shots in their last 4 games prior to this one. So I mean, to see them,
I know,
like this is just an overall good game, right?
Oh, it was nice to turn around, especially to beat a team like Tampa Bay, you know? So.
In Tampa.
But.
Yeah.
In Tampa Bay. That's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, like you were going to mention, this is probably the biggest storyline coming out of Philly as of, so far this young season. But
Eminem.
So before we get to the benching, just a quick shout out to Matvei because he was named Rookie of the Month for October. Led all rookies in goals with 4. Tied Dallas Star center Logan Stankoven, who's a freaking stud, with 9 points.
He's a unit.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Wasn't he? Didn't he have a great playoffs last year too in Dallas?
Dude, he got
right?
He lit it up.
He played there last year, right? 6 points on the power play, 3 goals. He snapped his 4-game pointless streak against the Hurricanes on the Konechny goal. But then...
he got assist.
Yeah, but then benched. Shocking at first, but I think we talked about it a little bit. Tell me why this makes sense.
I mean, dude, Tortorella, we all know he may not be perfect in everyone's eyes, but whatever he does has a purpose. And, I think one of the key things is he's not great 5-on-5. I believe all his goals have been shorthanded, and I could be wrong, but he's not great on 5-on-5. So I think if he needs to see it from the bird's view up ahead, and maybe he's banged up, we don't know, but it sounds like there were some development issues where he needs to be accounted for, and it's just the way it is. And he's 19 years old. He's got 10 goals in 13, 14 games. He's doing pretty well.
Yeah, that many? I don't think he has that many.
10 points. 10 points.
Yeah.
10 points. Sorry, 10
Right,
points. My bad.
That's
I got excited.
Yeah, I mean, not
but
quite.
no. He'll get there though, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. Like at first I was like, what are you doing towards it?
I know.
Time to go. But when you think about it, his 5-on-5 hasn't been great, to be honest. Kind of non-existent 5-on-5.
He's -8. He's 4 goals, 6 assists. But it would have been cool for him to play against Kucherov, one of the best Russians of all time. Mm-hmm. I think that would have been cool. So, I mean, he kind of had that taken away from him, but it is what it is. They have 2 more games to play against him. So,
yeah. And they won, right?
Happens,
and they won tonight. So, I mean, hard to argue towards his method. There's method to his madness, I guess.
You're not wrong.
Method to his madness. What else you want to pull out of that game? Like a lot of good things.
No, right? Konechny and Coots, man, they played their bags off. Man, Couturier, he's been playing so good the last couple games. Like his work ethic, he's winning faceoffs. Tonight he didn't do so well, but he's making shit happen, man. Like TK is not easy to play with. If you watch, he's really frustrating. Even to play with. Like
really?
You have to know where he's going to be. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he's not easy to play with. So, I mean, they're buzzing, and you've had Owen Tippett playing with Coots and TK the last 2 games. It's actually not bad. They're creating a lot of offense, and today they did just that. But I'd like to see. I think they should keep this line for 2 or 3 more games and see how it goes. Put Matvei down on the second line, whether that's with Frost, Farabee, Brink, or however that is going to be. But I think we need some consistency with lines. 5 games, stretch, see how it goes, and then shuffle. That's just my thoughts. But it's kind of annoying when you ask Tortorella, what's the lineups tonight? He's like, well, I don't know. Well, you should fucking know. You're the coach, okay? 5 games, just give us something. Like, it's getting annoying. Like, let's just stick with something, and then let's change it if it's not working. Because guess what? What did you say? 16 shots average in 4 games?
19 over the past 4
19
games
shots
prior to tonight.
Yeah. So nothing's working. So switch it up, and just stay with it, and then do it.
Yeah.
So that's my rant. But
I know. I agree with you, man. I mean, like, it's just like, how do you build chemistry in 1 game? Oh, nope, you're not working.
Yeah.
Let's back in the blender. Back in the blender.
Trim the fat. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it makes no sense to me. And like, we're not inside.
You're benched.
Yeah, you're benched. Yeah, bird's eye view. Blender back on. Let's go. But man, it's just like, we're not in the locker room. We obviously don't know like what kind of impact like the blending of lines have. But I mean, we've watched hockey long enough to see that like good lines play together. They play with each other for a while, and they build that chemistry. And I don't know. I guess you could argue that it's just like, oh, this one's not working. We'll try this guy. But like you said, 1 game, it's not enough. It's not enough. Man.
It's not enough, man.
Right? And like Tippett needs this, right? Tippett needs to be on the top line. Tippett needs.
He needs it, man. He needs it
because you need him. Because you need him.
Yeah. It's good for him to play with TK and Coots, just because I think he needed that little extra umph.
Yeah.
And TK and Owen Tippett, he's gritty. He loves to get in there. He's a strong kid, and man, his shot is just explosive, man. Did you see that goal in the shootout? So
I did,
quick,
yes.
dude.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Dude, his release is just electric, man.
Yeah.
But I would like to see, moving forward, if we can be a little more grittier. I feel like we get bounced off the puck. We just get knocked off. I feel like we need some either better plays or get some more muscle. Let Delory play more. I think he played like 5 or 6 minutes tonight again. And it's frustrating, man. He played so much last year, and he creates so much intensity and energy. And I haven't seen a fight in a couple games. Like, drop the mitts. I think there's a story going around in Edmonton. Every time they fight, they win.
Really?
And that should be our little mantra. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like, man,
That's wild.
some guys aren't being, they need to step it up, hit more, fight more, or gritty, get in there. Like Matvei. He loves to get in people's faces. Like TK. Everyone should be like TK.
Oh man.
He plays like he's 6'5", and he's 5'11", and man, he's fast and intense. I fucking love it, man.
Yeah. You know what? It's almost like people forget where they're playing. It's like you're a Philadelphia Flyer. Like you're a Philadelphia Flyer. Yeah. Like guess what?
Yeah. Broad Street Bullies. Hello.
Yeah. It's like you're not like it's maybe
pick it up, bud.
It's a city of brotherly love, but I mean, there's no love on
the
ice.
They will boo you
man.
if you don't play good. Yeah. It's like, Flyer fans are the most ruthless fans known to mankind. They love you and they can hate you like that. So I think they should start booing because, I don't know, man.
I know. You got to
that's my rant.
And you know what, though? And that's the best thing about Matvei Michkov is that he knows the crest. Not this crest, but he knows when he's got a certain crest on his chest. He knows what that means. And that's why he not
wants
afraid
to win,
get
man.
Scrums. He's not afraid of... Not once have you seen Matvei stand down to anyone. Doesn't matter who goes up.
Man.
The extra
I
shove,
love it.
whatever. He pushes them back. He never, ever stands down. He's always like, fuck you, man. I'll battle with you. You gotta love him.
He does. And I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah.
And there's some players that aren't doing nothing. And like, if I look on the score sheet and I don't see a block, or you got to either have some blocks and some hit, like one or the other. And if you don't have one of those, like, Here's a bus ticket. Get out of here. Let's get some of these kids who want to be here. See what they can do.
Yeah.
You know, like, come on,
You'll
man.
buy the
Like,
ticket. You'll buy the ticket.
I'll fucking buy the ticket right now. Here's my credit. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
You know, let's go, man. Like, this isn't baseball, all right?
Yeah.
Finish your checks. You know?
Philadelphia Flyers, man. Like, just
Get me emotional.
Know who you're playing with. Know who you're playing for. You know what I mean?
Man.
Oh, man, I hope we get to go to a game this year. I hope we get to go to Philly,
March
man.
27th.
That is
March
Montreal,
27th.
Philly, baby,
We're
in
booking
Philly.
Montreal and
I'm
Philly,
down.
and then we're going to
100%
watch
The
the
Sabres.
boys, the four of us going, including you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Sabres. Yeah.
You know what? I would love to bring my dad.
Excited.
I would love to bring my dad to that trip.
You should bring your dad.
He's
You
too
should bring
old.
your dad.
He's just too old, though.
Fuck that. Bring him on,
Yeah,
man.
but like he's just like,
Dude,
he can't walk.
Give him a couple J's. Who cares, man?
He'll
if
be
you
like-
can't if you can't walk, get him a stroller. You know.
We'll
Fuck,
bring the
man.
stroller.
I'll fucking push him. It'll be like Hangover. I'll bring the
God.
stroller. I'll take care of him.
Yeah, he
Man.
would love it. He would absolutely love it. But he's almost 80 and like,
He'd be like, "Fuck, man, what's going on, man?"
yeah. He would love it, man. He would absolutely love it. He would love it. He would love it. But probably
yeah.
not going to happen. Not going to happen. Probably not. If this was 10 years
Hey.
ago, for sure. I'll
Wishful
throw the
thinking,
idea.
man.
I'll throw the idea by him. See if he's.
You should, man.
And we'll just
You
we'll get a
should.
wheelchair. That's fine. It's a good idea.
Yeah, he'll get best service. We'll call security, and we'll just say, "Hey, this guy needs the best service."
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
He'll get all the attention from the ladies, from the waitresses. Be like, he's funny. He's a funny man too. You've met him, right?
He is.
He's hilarious. He's freaking
Yeah, it
hilarious.
was
Yeah. But you met
Yeah.
him. You said 10 years
good times.
ago. 10 years ago. I think it's probably
At
the
the
last
we-
time you
at
saw
your
him,
wedding?
right? At the wedding, yeah. Probably. Well, no. Maybe something like
I met him before that.
Yeah. Oh, you
but
did,
The
for
wedding, I
sure.
don't really recall.
no.
Yeah,
Any
wedding,
kind
I
of
was pretty
interaction, but I think I think you've even seen him after that. But anyways, it's 10 years
Yeah.
later. 10 years later. Philly. Anything else? I think we're good. Moving on. It's already 40 minutes in.
No, man.
All right.
40 minutes in.
We'll keep everything else quick.
Let's talk about the Big Eight.
The Great
Ovi.
Eight. The Great Eight.
The Great Eight.
Gosh.
Do you think he can beat Gretzky's record this year? Do you think? Yes or no?
You know what?
I'm going to say no.
No?
He's
Well-
hot. I don't think he's going to do it.
No? He's got, what does he need?
I don't think he will.
I think he needs like 35, 36, something like that. I think he's got
It's going to be next year. It'll be next year.
I think he's got to score like 41 goals or something like that. We could be wrong. This is not going in the mistakes section because we're not.
No, because we're just guessing.
We're guessing and we're not saying it as fact. So I'm sure you can Google it up. But you know
Googling
what?
it.
You know, it's funny because at this point, I think I ranted about this a couple episodes ago that I was really not. I was hoping that he wasn't going to do it. But I mean, it's pretty clear now that it's not if he's gonna do it. It's when he's gonna do it.
It's when.
It's
when he's
and
gonna
you
do
know,
it.
like those first couple of games where he just looks so bad, and he had like 2 goals in his first 7 games in his first two goals in his first
Yep.
7 games, and like one was an empty netter. And just watching him, it was like, yeah, maybe there's a chance he's not gonna do it. And then, boom, he scores.
Yep.
How many goals in his last 5
Man,
games? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 or 6 in his last 5 games?
Yeah, so October 29th, Ovechkin is 34 goals away he needs 35 to break the record, and I think
35?
he's gotten a couple goals since then. So he probably only needs 32 goals. He could do
like
it
that.
this year.
That's what I mean. If he could hit 40,
You know one
41,
thing I
42
like?
goals.
Do you know one thing I like about Ovi though? Like I've always loved how, he's a great leader, and I've always loved Russian players, and he brings such a persona to the dressing room. And I was watching Ovi, so he has a beer fridge in their room, and he encourages everyone to drink beer after the game to help them relax. And I think that's so cool, man, because like, you know what? He loves beer. He loves beer. And I think imagine your captain just sitting back here, just drinking beer after every game. Like that must be the best atmosphere to be in, you know?
Yeah.
And I hope he gets it. At first I was like, yeah, I don't know, but you know what? Records are meant to be broken. Yeah. And I hope he gets it because he's such a good leader, man. I'm happy he got the cup. Yeah. I'm happy Oshie got the cup with him. It was such a good team back in 2018?
Backstrom.
2018 was it? Yeah, man.
Was it 2016?
I think it was 2018.
You think so?
No, 2018. 2019 St. Louis, 2020.
Yeah, I guess it was the year before St. Louis. Or was it?
Yeah, it was 18 was Capitals, 19 St. Louis, 20 Lightning, 21 Lightning. Vegas. Help me out.
Colorado.
Vegas.
No, Colorado first.
Colorado. Yeah, Vegas, and then Colorado.
No, Colorado first.
And then Florida. Yeah?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Was Reeves there when he got the cup?
No, but if you think about it.
It was Colorado.
Because Tampa Bay went... No. Yeah, because Tampa Bay went to 3 finals in a row, right? And it was Colorado was the final.
Yes, they did.
So Colorado, then Vegas, and then Florida, and then next year is going to be Montreal. I think Montreal.
And then Philly.
Yeah, I think Montreal's the 24-25 Stanley Cup winner. I think I'm right on that. Right? Am I right?
Oh, you're fucked.
Can you Google that? Can you Google that shit? But anyways, yeah, 39 years old. This guy's a fucking stud. Didn't want to see it happen,
dude, so
but
good,
now
man.
I'm kind of excited for him because he is going to do it. I was listening to the Spit and Chicklets podcast yesterday. The Chicklets. Biz Nasty and Ryan Whitney, but they were debating whether or not if it was going to be good for the league for him to do it this year, to break it this year, or to break it next year. And they both had some good points, but
what's the difference?
Well,
what's the difference?
You do it this year. It's obviously exciting for him to hit the 40-some goals. Just an awesome, and like if he does it on the last, I think they were talking, if he plays Pittsburgh on the last game of the season, maybe he breaks the record then. That would be cool with Sidney Crosby. But Paul had a really good, I think it was Paul. He was like, if he does it next year, then it's just like, it kind of builds the season up. I don't know, just a lot to get excited about because you have baseball and football and all these sports, and it's just like it puts so much emphasis on the NHL during a time where it's like there's so many other sports going on. But I mean, whatever. Whenever he does it, man. And I'm excited to see it.
You'll do it.
To see it, man. But 39 years old, like get out of town. Get out of town.
I'm happy for him.
Me too. All right.
Do it.
Just do it, Ovi. You got it, bud. Man, it feels like we're just like recycling storylines. But the Winnipeg Jets, man, like how do you not talk about these guys? Like
what are they? 12-1 or
13?
Did they win tonight?
They won tonight? They won 1-0 tonight and are now 13-1 to start the season. And guess who was in net for the shutout?
Baby.
Freaking Connor.
Oh, hey, check this out.
Yeah, what do you got?
Nice.
Breaking news.
On my Bodog there, I got on a $5 bet. I got a Bodog. Yeah. I got a 5-team parlay for $107, and I just need Vancouver to hit over 5.5 goals. So
over 5.5?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with Pettersson's hot start to the season, I'm sure you'll have no problem doing that.
Well, what is it? Are they playing? What is it? Give me something good. Yes, we won. 5-1. That's it. That's a hit.
You just
Booyah.
So how much did you make then? 100 and what?
Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Sorry. I was excited. That was from Tuesday's game.
Oh gosh, you almost had it.
Oh shit. Okay, it's 2-1. So all I need is the game. They need to have 5.5. They need to have six goals essentially.
So how much?
And there's already 3 goals.
In
so
what period?
Yeah.
How much time's left?
They're in the second period.
Second.
So there's still 30 minutes to play. 30 minutes to play.
There's a chance.
So we're good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. Has Pettersson scored? Because what a beauty that guy is. Man.
I highly doubt it. Let's take a look here. That's a big no.
No?
What's he making? Like 10 mil a year?
I think it's like 11 and a half, like 7-8 years. Like,
that's like a Hubie contract.
yeah.
But Huberto was picking up this year. He's played
You know
really
what?
well.
I don't know if he is anymore. I know he got off to a hot start, but I haven't really heard much from him lately. I don't know. Calgary's
just staying. They're still playing good.
They lost like five in a row or something before Montreal.
Have they?
The Montreal win. Before that, yeah, they started the season like 6-1 or something, and then now, they're
still 7-5. They're still 7-5.
Yeah, so they started off 1-5, and then lost.
Yeah,
5 in a row or whatever it is.
They're still 6th in the Western Conference. That's still pretty good, and they're tied for 5th.
Yeah,
they're doing well.
Yeah, they're doing well.
No pressure. Yeah,
no
man.
pressure. So back to Winnipeg.
Let them cook.
I mean, we're not going to stay on Winnipeg too much longer, but Hallebuck, another shutout.
Yeah,
tonight.
keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it going against Colorado.
Colorado's.
That's pretty amazing.
I was listening to something today.
I know,
but
they got Gabriel Landskov, goalies issues. But wait till they get their shit together, man, and they'll be.
Yeah, they're like, I think they're missing like 6 players from their top 9 due to injury.
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
What? And I think
Well, and Valerie too, right? Is he coming back right away?
Nistushkin, is that his name or no?
I think he had a drug problem and
something like
alcohol.
that.
I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
Wish him the best. He's a great player to have.
Oh my gosh, especially in the playoffs, like just built for the playoffs.
He is a big monster. Well, hopefully he comes back and he's.
Yeah, I mean the big 3 are still
good.
there. I think Makar might have just got injured. Oh no, he played. I don't know.
Yeah, no, he's back. He played. He
played. Okay, good.
Who knows? He played though. He's a man.
But like as long as you got the big 3, there's a chance, right? And Rantanen, McKinnon.
Who's the big 3? Rantanen.
Yeah.
Rantanen. Yeah.
The future Montreal Canadiens. But whatever. Not too much on Winnipeg, other than they might be Canada's best shot at winning the Stanley Cup, though. I mean, it's not going to be Toronto, that's for sure.
No.
Toronto
Can't
sucks.
see it.
Toronto sucks. Have you heard the Toronto sucks? Heard the news? Did you see that story?
They're trying, man. They're trying. I didn't hear it.
No, they suck. If you didn't hear, breaking news, the Leafs still suck. They're going nowhere. But, I have nothing to back it up other than they suck. So, what's going on? Nashville? Want to talk about Nashville or not really? Or we do?
Well,
guess what? They still suck.
I think they lost tonight, too.
They did. They lost.
Yeah.
It's kind of going off the rails right now. But, they did. They lost.
Well, they lost 6-2 to Nashville or to
Panthers.
Florida.
Yeah.
6-2. Yeah.
That's yeah. Man, it's getting late at night. It's too late. It's getting late. Third straight loss for them. It looked like they may have were going to turn it around a little bit, but then 3 straight losses. All the players that they signed this year aren't playing very well, very good. I know Stamkos got his 4th goal of the season tonight. Marchessault still sitting on 2 goals. Barry Trotz comes on the radio station on Tuesday I assume it's in Nashville. Says that if they don't get it going, then he's going to have to start the rebuild right away here. And they're going to start playing the young guys and they're going to start the process. So that's kind of huge, man. When you go all in, like what a mistake. See, when you're trying to rebuild, you don't do this. You don't go all in. You got to be patient. You got to stick to the plan. Or do you? I don't know. You look at Buffalo, you look at Montreal, you look at Flyers. I don't know. Maybe you don't stick to the plan, but
well, I mean, look at San Jose, look at Arizona, look at Salt Lake City now, and then you also there's one more team. Well, Calgary, but you don't want to be like Pittsburgh and then sign a bunch of guys like Carlson, which they kind of did. Yeah. So I don't know. I think they fucked themselves, to be honest with you. Yeah,
right.
But good thing they have a good goalie. So
yeah. I don't know. Like,
he's never been. What? Go ahead, John.
No. What
I was
going
to
to
say
about
Saros.
Yeah, what about him?
Saros, he's never been injured. I mean, knock on wood. He's a good goalie.
Yeah, he's one of the best, right?
Hopefully they stay strong.
Yeah.
So
It's funny though, isn't
But
it?
yeah.
Funny though. It's so funny to like. It's funny when you see teams and it's just like, okay, they have a great goaltender. They have Roman Yossi, one of the best defensemen, like 90-point guy. And you got Stammer. You got Ryan O'Reilly.
Forsberg.
You got Forsberg. You got Marchessault. And it's like, then they lose. You're like, how the heck do you build a team? Like, what makes a team successful? Who knows? Who knows? Like, they got the players, man. Like, what's the issue? I have no clue.
They got O'Reilly. They got Nyquist. They got a good team, man.
do.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
They have a really good team.
Yeah.
I think they
It's
need
funny,
some
though.
grit because, Well, hey,
Oh, they got rid of Janot a few years ago.
let's talk. That was their stupidest thing they could have ever done.
You love that guy.
That is a guy, I love that kid. That is a guy that you should, man, he can score, he can fight, he can hit, he gets the team going, and he's tough as nails. I would love for him to be a Flyer fan. And Trent Frederick.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
he
I
might
had
be
that
on the
list
block.
if we wanted to. Yeah.
I mean, if he does get traded this year, he would never go to a team like, the Habs or the Flyers. He's going to be trade bait probably. Who knows?
no,
But
that's very true.
yeah, I
'Cause
think it'd be great to have a guy. He's a guy, bottom six, decent center, but he's tall, gets in there, likes the battle. Yeah, man. But
Yeah,
I think that's what the Flyers need is a little more grit.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I think you're totally right
But
because if they're
that's
gonna,
just
if they're going to want to maximize his value, especially if he's a UFA next year, the best time to trade him is at the deadline to a team
absolutely.
that is going all in or going for a run. Because I mean, for Montreal or Flyers to like go all in on this kid now, for what? They're not going to. I mean,
Yeah,
because
you'd have to sign him.
Yeah, you'd have to sign him for sure, and but I don't know. And I don't think teams would give him like a team like Montreal or Philly. They're not going to give up much. They're not going to want to give up much for this guy, right? But if you're a team like Winnipeg,
If
or
you want to
someone
shuffle
like that,
around, yeah.
if if
Or
you're
unless you just
missing
wanna-
piece or-
Yeah, unless you just want to trim the fat and spice it up and say, hey, we're like a 10-game losing streak. Let's just trade a few players and see what happens. You never know.
Yeah,
It could be the
exactly.
atmosphere, the morale, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, as long as you sign
You
him,
don't
you
know.
don't want to give up too
So-
much and not sign him. But I mean, like
No.
if you can lock this guy up, obviously, great player to have. He's awesome. And
Yeah.
he can fight. He can
plays more than-
does it all.
yeah, he plays more than 7 minutes, right? So,
Oh, yeah. What's wrong with our teams?
well,
What's wrong with our teams? And now we
I
got
don't know.
Montreal, Toronto on Saturday, and like I don't even know where it is. Is it Montreal or Toronto? That's look
you guys
here.
won last time in Toronto. It'll be Montreal. It'll be
it's in
Montreal.
Toronto.
I know for
It's
sure.
in Toronto.
Fuck.
You're wrong.
Really?
Wrong.
Again.
You're fired. No, but not to get political here.
Not good.
You're fired.
We could get political.
Yeah, no.
We could get political.
No, you.
I love it.
So the Leafs do play on Friday. Montreal plays them Saturday, so maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's who the Flyers got. Flyers got the Panthers, staying in Florida.
We got the Panthers staying in
Good luck.
the Sunshine State.
Yeah.
My prediction 4-1 Flyers.
Nice.
4-1.
You think this was the start of something great here? A great
This
run?
is the start that we needed. We needed Fedotov, the guy that we thought we were getting last year.
right.
We're getting this year.
Yeah. The instant
We're getting
start.
him, the 6'9" or 7, whatever he is.
Tall boy.
He looked good tonight. He's tall. That's the guy we want, and we're getting it. He's here. I got a feeling, man. I got goosebumps. He's here.
That's your Angels, man. Tell
We're
me.
going.
That's
Airson, you're out. Harrison's out.
But he was playing good too, though, Aaron.
We got to win. Nope. Fedotov got to win.
Yeah,
Okay.
Our goalie got the first.
We're going to
win
roll
this
with it for
season.
5 games.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the first win ever for him.
Yeah.
He didn't win last year either.
He
So
didn't?
this is good.
It's
No.
a big day.
He only
It's a
played.
big day.
He only played. He played 2.5 games last year, I believe. So yeah, this is huge for the whole. I bet you the team they're out drinking beers for the boys right now. Fedotov's big
True.
win.
The Russians
Anthony,
love their beer.
Richard,
Yeah.
they love their beer, man.
Yeah, the quick little Frenchman. Love them.
Fuck yeah.
What was I gonna say here? I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Well, what time is it? Oh, it's almost approaching midnight.
It's 12 a.m. your time. 10 a.m.
That's right.
Or, sorry,
So,
10 p.m. here.
the night is still young in
the
Alberta,
prairies.
right? A little
The
later here.
God's country. Yep.
God's country.
Yeah, Larry.
Well, we survived our first night show.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I liked it. It was good.
It's not bad.
A little more quirky.
Yeah.
That's good. That's kind of what we wanted.
Yeah.
A little more emotion.
We got it done.
We got it done. Okay.
Yeah, Saturday night.
You want to do it again Saturday?
Saturday night. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Well, that's it. Let's wrap her up. Thanks for listening, watching another episode of Barely Onside. This is episode 5. Not too bad. Halfway to 10.
5.
Halfway to double digits. So please follow us on Twitter at Barely_Onside, at Barely Onside Podcast on Facebook and TikTok. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can also listen to the Barely Onside podcast on Spotify, which is super exciting. I really, really am excited about that. It's kind of fun having our podcast up there. So anyone who's listening, thank you very much. We will see you again soon. And we are out. Thanks, Pelly.
Thank you.